Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, globally, wherever you are listening to us or watching us right now. Welcome to Full Toss, the voice of cricket in America. My name is RJ Amit, and joining me from Dayton, New Jersey, my friend, my co host, my mentor, Amarnath. Amarnath, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much, Amit. Thank you for the rousing reception. It's great to be back.
Yes,
And
indeed.
With such great matches happening, it couldn't be more sweeter to be on air.
Welcome, Amarnath. Also joining me live from Houston in my hometown right now. One of our very close friends. He's joined our full toss crew a few years back and has become an integral part of this team now. A sponsor for our radio show, also Travel Guys, Mr. Hamid Lakhani. Hamid, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you very much. It's always a privilege to come back on Full Toss and share my views and my passion along with you and Amarnath. And that today Priyanka is also joining us. And so it's a good sunny morning out here in Houston after that freeze and cold and raining last week.
So, Priyanka and Amarnath, don't let this sunshine fool you because it is still mighty cold outside.
Yeah, it is mighty cold out here. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. But it feels good to see the sun though.
अब दिल थाम के बैठिए दोस्तों बिकॉज आज हमारे शो पे हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे डेब्यू हो रही है किसी की and let me give a proper introduction to the lady that you are watching seeing on the screen right now. Wonderful cricket player. इनके रग रग में क्रिकेट भरा हुआ है. इनके पिताजी जितेंद्र डागर साहब एक बहुत जाने माने कोच है इंडिया में. इज अ वंडरफुल पिच क्यूरेटर. बहुत 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 स्टूडेंट्स इनके इनके अंडर ट्रेनिंग ली है और आज आज बहुत अच्छे मुकाम पे पहुंचे हैं. Priyanka's brother also plays professional cricket, by the way. Earlier, he used to be with Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now, he's with the Royal Challengers Bangalore in the IPL team, Mayank Dagar. So, as you can tell, cricket is in her DNA. But
DNA.
more importantly, she's got a wonderful perspective on how the game is being played, and that is what made her. That is what intrigued me to bring her and make her part of our full toss crew. So let's first of all give Priyanka a warm welcome from the full toss team, and she's making her debut today.
Thank
Thank,
you. Welcome.
Welcome.
thank you so much, everyone. This is Priyanka this side, and it's a pleasure for me to get on board with Full Toss, and I'm looking forward to many more sessions. Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome, Priyanka. Welcome. All right, folks. So let me open the Pandora's box, or should I say, let me open the can of worms, if I can use that
Can of
word.
worms.
Because listen, I know each one of us spent some sleepless nights for the last 4 days. Let's get into India versus England, where this was a tipsy-topsy test match. England won, India got defeated, but in my opinion, test match won here because we finally got to see a complete test match filled with all the surprises, all the elements that makes this wonderful format so great. So let me go with you, Amarnath. First, come to Hamid Lakhani and come to Priyanka. Amarnath, the first session we saw if some glimpses of baseball, if I can use this term, where both the batters came in, English batters came in, and they started hitting the ball without thinking too much. And then the spinners came. Well, Bumrah came and the spinners came. They restricted England to a pretty good total. Came back and then scored some heavy runs. So this was back and forth all 4 days. Amaranth, let's hear your perspective.
Baseball was expected. See, they expect to score upwards of 4.5 runs per over, if not five. That is their objective or target. And in the beginning they were reaching that. And I have to credit the way Rohit Sharma managed his resources. First day kept them under 246 was a very good effort. In summary, India played very well the first 2 days, and the next 2 days, England played very well, and that was the difference. In a close match, I won't say low scoring match. In a close match, the last 2 days, England was superior. You can say you can fault Rohit Sharma's captaincy or somebody's batting or bowling. Ultimately, what matters is winning the big moments. And the big moments, England won when it mattered. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you, Amarnath. Hamid Lakhani, just to take up some of the discussions that Amarnath brought up, but I have a different perspective for you, and I know how critical or what critical is a little harsh, but you have always questioned Rohit. Forget about being a captain, but his place also in the team. But I think somehow, somewhere, there were certain decisions that have backfired. So let me bring you in from that point of view first, Hamid Lakhani, in terms of Rohit handling his troops the way he did throughout this test match.
See, Rohit has his own way of playing this game, and he's been playing it for years, and that's why he's not been as successful as you've seen the previous captains. You need to play the game the way it comes, not like how you think. Now, as you know, I've always been saying test match is an endurance test. That's why it is played over 5 days,
Yeah,
not even 4 days and 3 days. And every session is important, and that every session you got to make sure you play the game as per what is required, not your style of playing. That's what I believe. So they started well. Spinners came, Bumrah came in, knocked out 246. We came in. Uh, Jaiswal came in very aggressively. Second day, first morning, second over, got very ambitious. So you need to play with the game. You need to make sure that session by session by session, that's how you play a test match. You don't look at okay, what they've done. What every every team plays with the strength. So what happened here? We had a good team, no doubt. But England played very well. Ben Stokes called the shots very well. Used his three spinners very well. They just got in one pacer. No, they don't even have Anderson and Broad.
Stuart Broad. Yeah.
The only and then and he believed in Hartley and see what Hartley did. So you play with your strengths session by session by session. That's how you play a test match. Not I wouldn't say play like Sachin Tendulkar, Sydney 241, not a single cover drive. He promised himself that I'm going to play a single. So you play with the game. You play with session by session. So that's what I think he falls behind, and I hope coaching staff and some other staff also bring things into his perspective, and that's what I would
Hold your
say
thought. Hold
on
your
Rohit.
thought. Hold your thought on the coaching staff because I want to bring you right back. Let me quickly go to Priyanka. Priyanka, you being a fast bowler yourself, you have seen the way Bumrah was running into the deck and the way he was bowling. And one thing I have noticed about Bumrah is no matter what format, no matter what pitch, no matter what conditions, somehow he gathers this momentum, and his lines in the lens and everything is just so perfect. So as a fast bowler, what was your impression of Bumrah in this particular match? I mean, he took wickets at a crucial stages when it was required.
Exactly. Like, honestly, like on the day two, I wasn't even thinking I'll get to see day four. But I was so prepared for it. But, the way Bumrah was bowling, like just after the lunch, during which he got like wickets for Joe Root and Duckett, I think that was very crucial. And he performed really well. The spinners didn't get much wickets, but I was keen on seeing Bumrah, how he was bowling. And I was kind of thinking, like, if they bring in Bhuvneshwar Kumar, like he's performing really well in domestic cricket. And both of the combination would be a good combination. But yeah, Bumrah performed really well. Like,
Yep. And also, folks, a couple of key observations from this test match as well, right? When the cards are down, when things are not looking up, that's when a good leader needs to step up on the plate. And I felt somewhere that when Ollie. By the way, big kudos to Ollie Pope. What an innings he has played. What an innings he has played.
I think it's a defining moment in England's career,
Absolutely right.
not just his career. It's a defining moment in England's career, especially in the subcontinent.
If
And
you honestly
I've
ask
never seen
me,
such an innings.
if you honestly ask me, folks, but for me, the biggest reason was a defining moment for me was the way India batted, the way the Indian batters came and thrashed the English bowlers, and for Pope to come back, come the second innings, with that determination, with that complete, I would say it was a frame of mind that he came in, and he made sure that he stayed there, and he negotiated those early deliveries well, and saw to it that England was in a commanding position, Amarnath. So
see,
that's, to me, that was a defining moment for Pope.
that's how you play the game.
Yeah.
You play. That's how you play a test match. That's exactly you play. You play to the demand of the session. What he needs to. Chips are down 190. They're 190 runs minus, and then he comes with that mindset. And if you see his game, perfect test match 196, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Bumrah strikes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this guy would have gone on if Bumrah would have not removed him.
Go ahead, Amarnath.
See, uh, you have to remember it was not just 196. It is the circumstances under which he scored that
There
196.
you go. There you go.
He's batting, it's the third innings on the
Mhm.
third
Yes,
day.
on the third
And
day.
he has got essentially only tail enders. When they were 157 for 5, if I'm not mistaken. From
Yes.
there,
Yes.
he takes it to 400 plus. From 157, he marshaled the innings. Just the way he played the sweeps and reverse sweeps, it was a classic treat to watch. There are two major innings I would like to compare it to based on the history. In 2012, Kevin Peterson scored 186 in a match
Yes.
series defining innings, what I call, in the Bombay Test
Yes.
at Wankhede. And
Yes.
that set Alistair Cook's team on the road to victory. And the other defining innings was remember Graham Gooch in 1987 World Cup. He kept sweeping the spinners all the time. That's what it reminded me of when this guy was Ollie Pope kept sweeping, reverse sweeping. I think they all saw the tapes and understood how to play the innings.
It's interesting you mentioned sweeping because if you saw the way Duckett played,
Hmm.
I mean, Duckett started sweeping right early from the innings. I mean, he was fearless in his sweeping, reverse sweep, conventional sweep. I mean, and that's what I wanted to bring up, right? It's the brand of cricket, Test cricket, that has emerged, and believe me, this is here to stay now. Yes, we're talking about baseball, but but a lot of teams are going to follow this suit, and you will see more and more of this aggression coming through now.
It's not
Test
just
match defined. Test match defined.
yes.
Yep.
It's apart from baseball, cricket test match thanks to T20 and ODI formats has quickened.
Yes.
Has quickened. Now you don't find any dull draws. It's been ages since I saw a dull draw
Well draw.
for 450 overs bowled and no result, or 360 over the over 5 days, 450 overs bowled
450 overs.
and no result. I've very rarely seen that kind of a result. The whole concept has changed. Two things: DRS has come in, so a lot more LBWs are being given. Earlier, umpires were hesitant to give off the front foot any LBWs. But with DRS coming, they are forced to be aggressive or forced to take that chance. So you're having quicker wickets, faster scoring, better fielding. And that's why the results are there. You don't find any dull draws anywhere. Only rain soaked draws you can have.
Yeah.
Two quick pointers, and then I'll move on to our next topic. Two very well defined moments for me throughout the Test match, and there were many, but the two that I personally liked, folks, is one of those moments when Joe Root was brought in when Yashasvi Jaiswal was going berserk, bazookas,
First innings.
and first innings, and the very second one, second delivery, that third or fourth delivery, he bowls to Yashasvi, made him step out of his crease and fool him into lofting that ball away. But Yashasvi underestimated someone like Joe Root and his ability to drop that ball in. And that's what happened. He took a wonderful catch. And the second defining moment for me was when K.S. Bharat deflected the call that the Bumrah's delivery that snuck in and was going to hit the stumps. Well, we were watching it on television, but in Bharat's defense, the ball was drifting away. So for him to make that call at that particular time, a wicket keeper to make in real time. Listen, people forget that when we are watching on television, we have not one perspective, but we have many perspectives. Things have slowed down. A lot of people were very harsh or very critical of K.S. Bharat at that particular point and why he didn't go for a review. But at that particular moment, the ball was drifting away, and if you can see the trajectory, it was clipping the stumps. So just wanted to highlight that. Folks, you are watching Full Toss, the voice of cricket in America. My name is RJ Amit. मेरे साथ में है अमरनाथ, हमिद लखानी और प्रियंका डागर. And Full Toss is been on air for many years, more than 2 decades now, and making her debut today on Full Toss is Priyanka. So Priyanka, so good to have you here. Now, this is what I call a fairy tale story from folks. A year ago, this player was not even hasn't even played first class cricket. A year ago, he where he grew up, he has to take a boat ride to come for 225 kilometers boat ride to come and play at a cricket ground. His captain doesn't get to meet him on the tour before the match. He gets his toe crushed. He gets injured, not sure if he was going to play any match. Comes in the morning without his kit, unsure. The coaching staff gives him painkillers, and there he is. I'm talking about Shamar Joseph, friends. He comes back and he takes West Indies and he literally crushes Australia at Gaba. What about Joseph? Let's talk about him.
I think it's a fairy tale start for him.
Yeah.
That's what Test cricket is all about, and it couldn't have come to a more wonderful person and a wonderful story. This is a great story. Gaba is considered impregnable fortress of Australia, and in the last 5 years, I seen twice they've been defeated there. Once by India,
India,
and now
exactly.
by West Indies. And West Indies wins a test against Australia after some nearly 3 decades. So that's really
27 years.
so
27 years.
27
27 years.
years. So I think it's a great story, a great shot in the arm for West Indies, and I think this is going to give all the teams touring Australia some hope.
Priyanka, let's go to you now. As Amarnath mentioned, right? Gaba is something every fast bowler's dream, right? To go and bowl at Gaba. Let me hear that. Not let me hear your perspective on West Indies win.
Well, I've been following Caribbean cricket very much these days, and I feel these guys are doing pretty good. They're mentors, and they have like good trainers who are training them in the line and the length. It's important in a test cricket that you don't play test matches like T20. You have to focus on your technique, on your line, on your length. I think that's what makes a best player perform in T20. Like that's where you shape up your skills, and that's when you showcase in short
Hmm.
games. So I always feel like, especially for the Caribbean ones, they have the amazing weather, and throughout, they are very much focusing in the good weather. They're focusing on their skills, and that's what bringing them up in the games. So yeah.
Excellent, Hamid Lakhani. We have seen this kind of storyline play in the past also, right? Every now and then you will have a player who would come in and just have a dream start. But overall, just the amount of runs that were needed for Aussies to win and the timing of Joseph to come in and start inflicting those wounds on Aussies, I thought that was a defining moment.
I'm in awe of this Shamar
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah,
The first wicket which he took, he went cartwheeling on the ground.
yeah,
So you could see that joy coming out of this young lad, you know. And just FYI, January 2023, he was a security guard.
that's right. That's
He
right.
was a security guard, gave up his job to fulfill his cricketing dreams and see where he is. Now, I just wish now they nurture him. He doesn't get injured and he will be some West Indian great. And, you know, for a long time, we've not seen West Indian greats since the players I think last whom we saw
That's right.
Ambrose, and I'm really looking forward that ICC or the Caribbean Cricket Board does invest more, as Priyanka said, that weather is great out there, good history they have, and I hope they come back to be more competitive than because of what history they had. Because
So
I'm a big fan of more of fast bowling in Test match than because these fast bowlers they test the superstars of batsmen, and that's where I like to see them test them again and again and again.
let me quickly make a point, and then we'll take a short break. To Priyanka's point, it's the amount of mentoring and coaching that's been provided in the Caribbean cricket. I would like to add one point to that, and that is that something like this could have turned into something bigger. When you have a toe injury, right? And allowing a player to continue to play in that situation, and this is where good mentoring and coaching also comes in. So yeah, I understand he was given painkillers, but that could have also very well destroyed his career
Yes, it would have
with an
absolutely.
ongoing injury and able to play. So I think these are certain defining moments in cricket, and Caribbean cricket is no different when it comes to all these things. And I hope they continue to nurture their younger players and they nurture their future. But let me go ahead and take a short break here, short drinks break, folks. And when we come back on the other side, we still have under 19 cricket to talk about. We have our This Day in Cricket segment coming up. So stay tuned for that. The Full Toss crew will be right back after a short drinks break.